Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. We're back here at Subaru Wesley Chapel, and guess what? I have a different trim, because that's something that we like to do here on Rady's Rides, is bring the different trims of a redesigned SUV. It's this vehicle right here. This is a 2025 Subaru Forester. This particular trim is right in the sweet spot. It's the premium trim. But before we get into this compact crossover from this iconic Japanese brand, let's talk about what's going on here. So like I said at the start, we like to stick to it and bring you the different trims, especially when there's a redesign, to show you exactly what you're getting for your hard-earned money. Now, when you go premium trim on the Forester, you're literally going right smack dab in the center. Not as high as a Touring and not as entry as a base. One thing is for certain though, no matter which trim you go with, you are getting a lot of new touches for 2025. But what I want to find out is, if you're looking for the best value, do you go Forester or do you go Nissan Rogue? Let's go ahead. Let's dive into this new color. It's called Rock Creek Gray of a Forester, and find out. Right off the bat, same overall proportions. It's a little bit longer than the previous model year, but still that compact crossover SUV size. We have all new headlight housing, LED daytime running lamps, projector beam headlights, and you'll also notice that new Rock Creek color sparkles nicely with a little bit of pearlescent pop. Working our way down, when you go premium trim, you are going to get LED fog lamps, and that's something that a lot of brands are getting rid of, fog lamps, so it's nice to see that still on the Forester. And then you're getting a large area flat black. Now, one of the things that I like is how they brought some texture to it, and I like the fact that it's flat black, because this is going to take a better beating over time compared to a lot of the competition. Now, when you come across the front grille, premium trim has its own specific grille. You have this gunmetal metallic gray finish, some metallic silver, and then back to the gunmetal metallic gray. Functional in the center, not functional up top, so I'm going to give it a half a zonk, but it is functional in the middle and the bottom portion. More of that Rock Creek color, and then I do like the way, or I should say River Rock. I'm thinking Nissan Rogue, where you get Rock Creek Edition. That's what's been on my mind, but River Rock. I should have known that's exactly the color of a river, of a rock from a river. But anyways, flat black on the lower lip. You do have that functionality there, and over 8 inches of ground clearance. We rise on up, bold hood. I do appreciate the indentations that they put on both sides of the corners. That's going to give you a better visual reference point out the windshield. Now, when we come around the bend, of course, the premium is going to have its own specific wheel. So what do we got going on here? 17-inch wheel, that gunmetal gray finish, metallic, machined aluminum all the way around. Tires, all 4 corners are going to be 225 on the width, 60 series sidewall, and you do have the flat black cladding. Let me know how you feel about the cladding. I think it fits a Forester very nicely, and you do have functionality to the fender cladding, because you do actually have a vent on the back side. This part right here of the fender I like the way that indentation is there. It gives it a little bit of extra oomph, and I think the style seems to be a little bolder than a Nissan Rogue. Now, coming down the side, gunmetal metallic gray from the grille, brought on the mirror caps. I do like that touch. We have raised roof rails and an optional Subaru accessory sunroof bubble. This is perfect. If you have a Great Dane and he likes to stick his head through the sunroof, he could actually keep it in the bubble, because it's see-through and it'll protect him from the turbulent wind. Let me know what you think about that. That's got to be one of the weirdest looking accessories I've ever seen. Very interesting. But you do have your raised roof rails, all new design with the pedestal platform setup, color matched on the door handles, that River Rock color looking great. And this one also has some Subaru accessory side molding on the doors. Flat black along the bottom portion. And then of course, we have symmetrical all-wheel drive, power going to all 4 corners. I think one of the things I like about the redesign, besides the quarter window, is the trim here that actually says symmetrical all-wheel drive. And then as we spin it around the back, what do we got going on? They almost totally nailed it. I do like the way no more letters. You just have a nice indentation where it says Forester. Of course, that's Subaru badge with the metallic black. All of the gloss black is metallic from Subaru. That's another nice touch. You do have an exposed wiper. I'm okay with it because the Rogue has an exposed wiper as well. Nice long rear roof spoiler. And then I also like the way they put the protection on the bumper, because you know your kids are just gonna pull their crap out of the back and then scratch that beautiful paint job. And then coming down to the bottom, the Premium does have an exposed exhaust, but it's not like the Sport trim where you actually have a finisher. You have to go Sport trim or Touring trim to have a finisher, but I do like the way they sculpted the back of the vehicle, especially compared to the Rogue. But let's go ahead, let's pop the hood and talk horsepower and what's underneath it. All right, guys, we are inside this 2025 Subaru Forester Premium trim. So like I said, we've already brought you the Limited. We brought you the Sport. Now we're doing the Premium. Eventually I'll have the Touring and the Base to also bring to you as well. It's all about that price point. It's all about the value. Remember, standard all-wheel drive. But MSRP, if you are wondering, comparing it to a Nissan Rogue, MSRP on this one is around $34,000 and change. Let's see how it stacks up to the Rogue, to the door panels. I do like the way they have soft touch material up top. I don't like the cloth in the center, especially on a Premium trim. The blue stitching is cool, but the cloth is not. You do have a semi-soft material on the armrest, and then down below that door pocket is really tight. Maybe one or two hot pockets and a bottle of Mountain Dew to wash it down. Going from the door panel to the dash is really nice the way they do this texture, more of that blue stitching. And I like the silver trim. I wish they would have put more of that on the door panel. Come on in, you are gonna get the 11.6-inch infotainment system. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. The only trim that gets the 7-inch infotainment system screen is a base. All the other trims get 11.6-inch infotainment system. Very easy to use, very intuitive. You got your gauges across the top. You could hook up your Bluetooth. You do have wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and I like the fact that you do have X mode, which is really easy to bring up. You could even do weather alerts. How nice is that? But I'm not gonna bring that up right now because I got business to attend to, and that's with you guys. You can go into your car info, look at the nice clear graphics. You got your pitch and your roll, the all-wheel drive. That to me shows the quality. Real volume knob, tuning knob. You do have your dual climate controls, which are great, but everything else is in the screen, and that's the zonk. I wish that you could adjust all your AC controls with buttons, but you got your blower fan. We got 3 stages of heated seats, which are nice. Down below, you're gonna have USB-C, USB-A, and an aux jack. Let me show you reverse before I forget. Camera quality is decent. Not the greatest, not the worst. It's about on par with what you get in the Nissan Rogue. Put it back in the park. You do get wireless charging, which is nice. This is going to control your CVT with simulated shifts, 2 cup holders, a 12-volt, and then you got a place to put some Jolly Ranchers, maybe some Hershey's Kisses. This is as hard as a plastic rock. I'm going to zonk this. This is not comfortable at all, but you lift it up. You got enough room in there where you could put, I would say, a 1-pound bag of blow pops. So, always been fascinated with blow pops because it's like 2 candies in one. You got the lollipop and you got the bubble gum. The seats, cloth material. It's durable, not my favorite. But it is, I like the way it's got the blue tinge to it. Manual controls for the passenger. I have electric assist for the driver. And you do get an oversized sunroof, which is nice. Not exactly a panoramic sunroof, but it's pretty darn big. And that really interesting bubble of an accessory for the sunroof for your Dalmatian. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you where you're going to be sitting, not your dog. If your dog's driving, that's pretty cool. I want to freaking film it. but you're probably going to be driving, so come on over to the business end. I want to show you behind the wheel of this Forester. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. Like I said, on the driver's side, you do have electric assist, which is really nice. Seats are comfy. I'm just not a big fan of the cloth. I think for a little bit more, I would probably go sport trim, but I do like the amount of room in here, and you have the latest and greatest eyesight technology. What's important to remember about that is that the location of the camera system, because it's high up, it's not going to be messed up by any mud or dirt debris that normally gets on the cameras that are by the bumper. But I do like the way you have the leather around the steering wheel, flat black on the switchgear. It is manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel. And then of course you have a combination of analog gauges, fuel, coolant, tach, speedometer, and then you have that digital gauge in the center, which you could do your SI drive, sport and intelligent mode. But nice to have the space, and it is a comfortable place to be. Let's get in the back seat and see if your passengers are going to be happy that you went Forester over Rogue. All right, guys, back seat time. And one of the things with the Forester, with its boxier shape, it's got a lot of room back here. And I think your passengers are going to appreciate that. It's interesting because they have this faux leather on the backs of the seats, which is going to be able to take a better beating from your kids, because you know your kids are going to punch the seats, they're going to kick them, they're going to wipe their nose all over them. You do have some nice pockets. Keep some books back here. Let some kids, have your kids read. They're on their phones all the time. Have them read, man. Reading is very important. Not read off their phone either, because you all know they're going to be freaking on Facebook or something, telling you that they're reading a book. Get a real book with a bookmark. I used to love bookmarks, all different ones with cars on them. I do like the command center. You do have AC vents, USB-C and a USB-A. Like I said, the room in here is very impressive. And then you pull this bad boy down, soft armrest with the two cup holders. It is cloth because of the cloth interior. But let's get into the cargo area and see what you could haul in this Forester. All right, guys, cargo area time. Now, when you go premium trim, you're not getting electric assist, but the good news is it's easy to flip up. You don't need to have muscles like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You are going to be greeted to 49 cubic feet of space. And I like the way that this one has the cargo mat, and it's got the seat liners on the back, so when you got your wet dog back here and he goes to shake off, it's not going to get all over the nice carpet. You'll notice the nooks for two bowls. You could have a bowl of food and then a bowl of water on that side. There is also a 12 volt right up top. You can get the hair dryer out and dry off your golden retriever, your Dalmatian, or whatever you got going on. And then I know Steven is a big fan of the Easter egg design that they have with like the river flowing on the back. Now, speaking of the back, to put the seats down, it's real easy. You're just gonna pull and push. And look at how nice, let me do this. Boop. 60-40 split. Boom, look at all that space. And this does fold down fairly flat. So you could get those big, huge bags of Blue Buffalo dog food at Costco, because we all know that your dog has got to keep that nutrition up, especially with all the parks that you go to and take them in all those competitions. There is a spare, which is nice in this premium trim. All right, guys, another great day here at Subaru of Wesley Chapel. Definitely want to thank Passandra and the rest of the team getting us access to this 2025 premium trim. Let me know what you think. For the money, do you like what Subaru's bringing with this Forester Premium, or are you going to go Nissan Rogue? Let me know your thoughts in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rides family. Got to give it up to Stephen Flood. He just doesn't give a damn. He continues to film no matter if there's a 18-wheeler behind him and about to run him over in this parking lot. So show him some love in the comment section. Thank you, Stephen, for sacrificing your life. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.